Okay, here we are with the next part. I'm going to reset Mr. Owl, which is actually Mrs. Owl, to 35, I guess. 35, why not? Yes. She needs a name. Put that. I can see me doing something like picking up my water for my painting session. At least going for it to drink. I can see me doing that. It's quite remarkable. Okay. I'm going to leave that plastered for a second. And I'm going to pull this back here. And see what we think. All right. Well, what do we think? I like it. Don't want parts showing on all sides of these. I think this one needs to be matted again because it's exactly this width, and I don't know that I want it exactly that width. Do I? I don't know. Is there a drawback to that? I don't know. Okay. So, get this out of here. Get this out of here. And this out of here. And this right here. Okay. Now, let us see. I don't want this guy to get buried over there. I'm going to put him here. Is there a way I could use this? No, not right now. Okay. Okay. So pretty. Okay. Oh, it's going to be on me forever. Okay, here we go. That goes there. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. Is that not beautiful? Most beautiful. That is so pretty. Okay. Now, what do we want to do? Just humor myself. Just humor myself. Are you having a bath? Oh my goodness, she's having a bath. Yeah, she is. You good girl. Let me sit down. There you go. Let me just checking stuff here. Just checking. Just checking. I don't want to cover any of that. So, what do? I don't know. Let me just... I wish I'd been more careful on the edges of that. I like it like it is. Let me look and see if there's anything. Yeah, that's even embossed out to the edge there, so I would have to cut it. I can cut it and remat it on white. It's fine. I can get that look regardless. Okay, stand up again. I gotta stand up to see stuff. She's having a nice bath, aren't you, honey? So sweet. I think I like that better. Interesting. Should I keep the pattern going this way? Or do I like it like this? I kind of like it like that, and I'm not sure why. I like it like this. This is how I like it. Where would a title go? Journaling. We can always, worst case scenario, throw it in the back. Or I could make this flip up to tell stories. Title here, journaling tucked in as per usual. But what about these? I could tuck that in. I mean, this is so handsome that I don't want to make it not like this. I want it to be like it is. What if I were to do... I should have printed this lighter. It's a little in shadow. Fire up the Epson PM 400. Give me a Canon paper. Yes, I use Canon. I tried my Canon paper on my Epson PM 400 and it printed nicely. It's called Kristina Werner, K Werner Design. That video where she shows how to do this is called Whoa, So Intense, Watercoloring with Distress reinkers. Just so you know. And then this has to go away. This has to go away. Where is my... Where... There it is. Which one? This one. Where are you? Let me see. I'm going to print that again. In theory, media types, screenshots. All of a sudden, my computer got weird with how it's doing things. I don't get it. Here we go. I want this to be not so dark. There, how about that? File, print, custom, 3 by, okay, fine, whatever. If that's what I did last, we can do it like that again. Yes, can you please respond? Thank you very much. I appreciate your time and your effort. Always talk to your printer, always. Okay. Now you, who turned out so pretty, let's trim you and put you on white. Too big, is it? Yeah. Okay. It must have been a... Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look up that one and see what I did on that one. Okay. It's not that big of a deal, obviously, or I would have done it immediately. It's just, it gets my notice. So that's it without a white border. I like the white border. Or... did this border again. Is that just too much of that at this point? I could do it bigger like that. No. Then we're just getting too, it feels like I'm inviting someone to the ball, you know. No, I'm not inviting anyone to the ball, so just not do layers of gold on everything. Oh, it sounds like we're going to have storms again. That is wonderful to note. Love storms. The more violent, the better. I think they're awesome. Hello? Okay. Tongue's growling. Don't know why. Do it this way. Better. Okay. I can't think of much I'd rather do than watch somebody line up 2 papers. Just so. Not much that could be more entertaining than that, I'll warrant. I'll wager. Let's do low profile. Yo. Do you know why I do this? I've never said. For adhesive to meld with all the surfaces. Yeah, that's priority. Okay, stand up. Yeah, I don't know. This will be one that I'll have to probably see it on video, and then I'll be like, that is so obvious what you're supposed to do. How can you not see that? That's how that'll go down. We could just have one on one side, just checking. Just doing things. When I move things around, even if I know I'm not going to like it, how I'm moving it, it helps to see different things in different areas. It helps stimulate my mind with options I wouldn't have thought of had I not placed things in a certain manner somewhere. You know, I'll be like, oh, maybe I realize I like that shape down there, or the colors, or I prefer something that way, or I don't know. It just helps in the working it out. I think. Okay. I probably want the gift first. We did the gift. Then we watched the professor to tell his thoughts on this book when he received it. And had a grand time listening to him and getting the treat of being treated to the inner workings of a mind like that. Very creative and smart and interesting perspectives. Okay. Yeah, I think that I'm going to want something like this. That's what I want to go back to. And then we have no title, no journaling, and no anything, but that looks very nice, and so that makes me happy, apparently. Which way should these go? Okay, so let's just say I did this like this. Say I did it. Is it good if I did it? Or is it something I shouldn't do? Or does that look good? Or is it very obviously not good at all, and I'm just fooling around with this and it doesn't look good? I think I want this on a bigger. I don't think I know. Especially seeing it contrasted with that. I want this on a bigger. Yeah, yes, I do. You get to watch me line up papers again. Huh, you're welcome. Like I said, I aim to please. couple of lines on here. I want to make sure, yep, I got the right line. Then I'm going to cut with the right line. Oh boy, I was trying to figure out if I want to trim more because there's a little much white, but I'm like, if I do it just right, I can make it good. But you're sitting there suffering because of me. I'm sorry. I really don't want to cause anyone any suffering in life. I do really aim to make people's lives easier and happier and better. I aim to do it, not to frustrate. Okay. And annoy. No, I took off too much on that side. It's endless. If you go down that road, it's endless. If you cut a little, then you cut a little more and a little more, and it's like endless road of evening up. Just stop before you start. That's all I got to say about that. Don't even go down that road. Don't do it. Don't do that road. Now I'm going to want orange around that too, or some other thing. It's just the way it is. It's not big enough. I don't want it exactly the same size as this box of color. I just do not. For whatever reason, I do not. So I'll give you a nice look through this lovely, lovely, lovely paper stack. That'd be nice, but it's going to be against this. So it needs to be maybe a brighter orange, something at least that level or lighter. I could do this. It's here. I want something different, maybe like this here. Do that again. No. Oh, that's cool. I like it. I like those squares. Ooh, I like these lines. Those are some very nice lines, aren't they? If I did this, I'd want to do it this way. Like that. I like it. I'm going to do the line. Well, there are the squares. Which one? Which one? Okay. I think this is a little more dramatic looking than the squares. Do you? In person, it looks like. I don't know. Maybe I'll do the squares. Maybe I'll do them both. Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Apparently I've decided on this. This little section was going to be a journaling box section, but it's luring me. Pardon, if I do this more substantially, give myself a more substantial border of this, it's going to give more impact on that page. It needs more impact. I don't want it right there on that bar. And I wanted a wider border so that I could do lots more intensity of inking on the edges too, because I want to amp it up. That's all I'm trying to say. I want to amp it up. Watch, when the owl goes off, we need to name her. I'll jump 6 feet in the air. Or Sophie will. The dragon is out in the corner. That's really cute. Very cute. think I'm gonna like it a lot. But you never know for sure. I never know for sure. Are you a content dragon? I think I would have liked a brown better than this cooler soot, black soot, but not enough to make me look for another sponge dauber and get a different color on the seam. I don't want to get a different color on the seam. ATM. Just do this. If I do upload the others, you're welcome. Oh, one of them, I think part 2, I don't even know. I didn't even talk for 13 minutes. I had nothing to say, so I didn't talk. And I'm like, they may love it, and they may be like, is something wrong with my sound? I just, you know, if I feel like talking, I talk. And if I have nothing to say, I'm not going to talk. It's just, you know, and I was like, maybe the, you know, they'd be like, oh my gosh, she's not even talking. Yeah, I wasn't even talking in parts. I should change the dauber. It's getting a little shredded. I don't want it to be problematic, so I should just change it, but I'm just so vigorous with my inking and with everything that can't last long around me. It's awesome. just awesome. What can I say? You go over there. You go there. Stand up. What time is it? Okay, let's see. But is this just going to be here pretty with nothing on it? You know, I don't know. It's pretty. I don't want to cover it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm happy that this is bigger, I think. Are you? Are you happy that's bigger? Wouldn't that be so funny if after all that I'm like, yeah, I prefer it smaller. I mean, I do that all the time. It's very likely to happen. Very. More likely than not to happen. You know, I could even do something like this and title and like, hey, wait a minute now. I could. See, this is why I move things around nonsensically seemingly, is I'm just like trying to stimulate, like I said, my brain to solutions or options that would be cool. Or I could cut this down and put a section on one side and a section on the other also, or a strip, 3 strips. You can do anything you want in your Jeannie bottle. You can do anything you want, and so can I. We can do whatever we like. We have that freedom and liberty. For some reason, I think I like this on this side, and I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So I could put title and some journaling here, and that's just there because it's pretty and it's leaves and hello. Or I could do this. That's cute. I could do journaling and, you know, I don't know. I can do anything I want. Or we're working on this together. We can do anything we want. That could be cool. I hate to cover this pretty paper, so that's the problem with scrapbooking. I have to cover, I'm constantly called on to cover pretty paper. That is so stressful, isn't it? You know, I could cut this in half and put a section here and a section here of that very thing, you know? I could. You know, I could cut it just, as I said, in half and stick part here and part here. Or leave it intact and just stick it somewhere. I could even do something like this. I could do something like that. No, it needs to be lined up. It doesn't look right with these guys crooked. Maybe offset, but definitely not like this. Maybe like this, but not the other way. I think not. Something like that. You know? Anyway, when I see this, when I see it on video, I'll be like, this is what you need to do. But right here in front of me, no, I can't tell you nothing. Absolutely blind here, people. Flying blind. I like the look of that across the top, too. Interesting. What about him framed in leaves? Because he was opining about leaves and the beauty of nature. And I hate to cover up any of that, but I think that looks cool. You know, just like a dice. Maybe with a title, and then what? I always say journaling here, and I never do that. Never. I tuck it in the back or whatever because I'm like, oh, I can't put writing on that page. What? Yes, you can. No, I can't. But no, I can't. And I could also, I can do anything I want. But if I did do that, I don't feel like I will. Like in some manner like this, with all this down here to work with for journaling and titles. I don't know. Could I see myself actually doing that like that? Maybe. I kind of like the way this looks across there. And this, these stripes done that way across both pages really lends itself to this look. It's like everything lined, almost like bookshelves too, lined up like bookshelves, things lined up all the way across like that. I think it looks nice. It almost suggests the design, you know, that needs to be this way. I hate to cover any of those leaves, but I can make more. I have more watercolor paper and more ink. I have more embossing and that stamp. I can do it. If I want, I can make another one just like it. I could do something like that. And then title and journaling right here. I could put these side to side and title journaling. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how I want to do this. I'll figure it out. I always do. Sometimes I'm like, what if you don't figure it out? What if you never figure it out? What if this layout never gets made, you know? That, my friends, that's a tragedy, that. You know, that's the type of fear I got going here. What if I never figure this out? Oh, Lord. Having fun in the Jeannie Bottle. All right. So, could do that. Could even do, pity that. Why can't we have 24-inch canvas? Why do we have to have a divide? Why can't it be a solid 24-inch scrapbook with 24-inch pages across? 12 high, 24. Yeah? That'd be cool. But I did like that, like up here somehow too. And I could, with this flanking, so to speak, top and bottom anyway, him. That's so gorgeous. I hate to cover it, as I said. Could do something down here like this. Titled, journaling across. Don't know. I say it, but I won't do it. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of thinking that I was liking this whole look, leaving all the bar stripy things down here. I think that's how I'll probably want to do it. Something like that, and I'll have to make myself, you know, in order to put up with covering any of that beautiful paper, I'm going to have to make myself I'm going to have to make that again. The leaf stamp section, this card of beauty that Kristina Werner figured out. It needs to be seen in all its glory because it's really pretty. So I hate to cover it, but I think I'll like something like that and a title and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go marinate, and then I'll be back once I, you know, come up with some wonderful idea. I'll be back. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.